Look closely at this corroding engine gear. When carbon builds up inside, the friction increases until the whole system eventually seizes. A dog's mouth works exactly the same way. When tartar coats their teeth, bacteria spreads, and their entire biological system starts to fail. But keeping those fangs clean doesn't require a nightly wrestling match. You can establish a completely pain-free daily routine that your dog actually tolerates. Before we start the routine, you need the right tools, a highly specific type of toothpaste and a very soft brush. But first, a warning. Never, under any circumstances, use human toothpaste on a dog. This diagram shows why. Human pastes are loaded with fluoride and often xylitol, an artificial sweetener. Both of these chemicals are highly toxic to dogs. Because dogs can't spit, they swallow every single thing you put in their mouth. Treating your dog's mouth like a human mouth is the fastest way to cause a medical emergency. Before you pick up a brush, you need to check if your dog's mouth is healthy enough to be touched. Start by checking their breath. A scent like an old basket of fish indicates the presence of active decay and a heavy bacterial load. Next, gently lift their lip and look at the gums. In this split-screen comparison, the healthy gums on the left are a solid pale pink, but on the right, notice the bright red line right at the base of the tooth. That indicates severe inflammation. If you see that red line or smell severe odor, stop. Do not brush. Touching their teeth right now will cause intense pain, and you need to call a vet. If the gums are clear, you are safe to proceed. You need two things: a tube of Enzymatic Dog Toothpaste and an ultra-soft kids toothbrush or a rubber finger brush. Looking at this cross-section, notice how much thinner the canine enamel is compared to human enamel. If you use stiff bristles, you will physically strip away the protective surface of their teeth. Because the enamel is so delicate, the enzymatic toothpaste does the work for you. The active enzymes physically dissolve the bacteria and soft plaque on contact, letting the soft bristles just glide smoothly over the top. The process relies on chemical contact rather than mechanical scrubbing. Timing is your biggest advantage. Wait until the evening when your dog is resting and their energy levels are completely flat. Start by putting a small dab of the paste on your finger and simply letting them lick it off. Since the paste is flavored like chicken or liver, this establishes immediate trust. They process the routine as getting a high-value treat, completely bypassing the anxiety of forced medication. Once they're engaged, gently lift the side lip. Never try to pry their jaw open. This anatomical illustration shows your only target, the back upper molars. Focus here because these specific teeth act as the primary collection point for rapid tartar buildup. With the lip lifted, give those molars a quick, brief wipe. The goal is just to clear away the soft plaque film before it has a chance to harden into tartar. As soon as you finish, your dog will naturally start licking their lips. That tongue movement distributes the enzymes across the rest of the teeth. The entire process is a targeted 10-second maneuver. You get maximum chemical coverage with minimal stress. Now that the doily cleaning is handled, you can build a passive defense system. Step 1 is removing environmental hazards. Throw away hard stones, tough antlers, and rawhide bones. Remember how thin canine enamel is. When a dog bites an object that is too dense, the tooth can shear off or chip under pressure. If your dog loves chewing, swap hard items for softer, yielding options, like briar root. Next, use a simple dietary hack. Sprinkle a little seaweed or kelp onto their dinner. This diagram illustrates how this works. The kelp actively shifts the pH balance of the dog's saliva. Over time, that new chemical makeup causes hardened tartar deposits to soften and peel away from the tooth wall. Finally, we return to the brushing routine for the most critical step. The exact second the brush leaves their mouth, throw a party. Give them massive, enthusiastic praise. This locks in the behavior. You want them to anticipate the evening session because it always results in a highly profitable trade. They get a liver treat, and they get your complete attention. By combining the correct chemical tools, a 10-second wiping technique, and passive dietary defense, you ensure their internal engine runs cleanly for years. Pull out your phone and set your daily